Welcome to Season 4, Episode 2 of Life in My Shoes. I'm going to do something that is completely logical in this week's episode. I'm going to do a shoe review. Surprise! So I just purchased a brand new pair of shoes. I got them online, so I had not tried them on to kind of gear how they fit, etc. So I'll give you some feedback on that. But as a little back history, I have in multiple episodes talked about my favorite shoe brand, which is called Altra. They are the shoes that I have for the last probably 5 to 7 years or so have worn as my running shoe. They're a zero drop platform. That means the toe and the heel are the exact same height off the ground. They are foot shaped, which means they have a wider toe box. And they, as a result, look a little clownish. But I had, for a long time, tried to move to more of a forefoot strike. And these shoes are made and promote the forefoot strike as opposed to the heel strike, which is how I've run in previous shoes. So what I've gone to is this brand has casual shoes as well. I have 2 pair of what are called desert boots in different colors from this shoe brand. They also right now have a Smith boot, and they have a commuter boot, both of which I have great interest in. And they also have what I would call a leisure tennis shoe or a casual tennis shoe called the Lavalier that I also have interest in. It's a lot of that mesh upper, like a lot of the newer Nikes and things of that nature. But the shoe I purchased is the Altra Vanish R. So this is the Vanish. So what you can see is here's your kind of foot-shaped toe box, and it even says right here, foot-shaped. You can see that the platform is about the same heel to toe, so it's a zero drop. Some things you're not noticing in this, and I'll point out along the way. So they are what I would call a minimalist shoe. So having more what was called minimalist it was really common, the 5 fingers, the Vibram 5 fingers, and also the Vivo Barefoot, which I have owned and still own some Vivo Barefoot, which have something like an 8mm sole. So minimal padding. They are really designed for your foot to feel everything, a lot of proprioception. I would say these are minimal. The sole is pretty thin. This is probably the most minimal of all of the Ultras that I've ever worn. I will say I purchased these as a casual wear shoe, so I will not be running in them. And there are reasons, having now tried them on, that I would not wear them in running. First off, I wear an 11, and I ordered these a half a size up because the brand is atypically problematic in sizing, and that was a very wise move, but not as wise as I had hoped. They are very tight, so that's one thing that is uncommon to Altra, is they're snug. These are super snug, probably the tightest shoes I have ever owned from Altra, even across the toes where it's supposed to have a little more width. The 11.5, in all honesty, I probably could have gone to a 12 as just a normal wear. And again, that's not adding the full one size that I would add for a running shoe. With a running shoe, I normally wear a full size up. So I wear an 11, I would wear a 12 in running. I'm saying for regular everyday running or everyday wear, I would probably wear a 12 in these. A couple things to comment to. As I mentioned, they're very tight across the foot, tight across the toes. The material is very thin and will allow stretch. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but they are super thin. So the material, as I mentioned, will stretch. Even the side material is very thin, so it will. I don't anticipate that these are going to be long-lived. These would have been a great shoe to have over the summer, and again, half a size up. One thing that I've noticed is that this material here is the same material that makes up the tongue. The tongue is a very thin material, very inconsequential, very thin. It's the same material. There's you see no seam right here to kind of differentiate. They are, again, if they were right sized, I would say these would be a super good summer tennis shoe. But that they are, the sizing is horribly askew on these, which is, again, problematic for the brand. But I will wear them. I'll enjoy them. They are super flexible. You can see there's no hard plate in the middle. It's got some of the rubber here, which will handle a lot of the wear. This white will, if it's like any of my other Altras, will wear really fast. And you can even see some of this, and I've only been wearing them for like 2 days. You can see across the toe. So I got them at a great price, very discounted, probably 50% of what the value would be. I got them without trying them on, so shame on me for doing that. Ordered half a size up to try to accommodate, and again, learning the lesson that a full size up would have probably been good. All in all, I like them. So again, not as a running shoe. These would never suffice for me running. They're way too thin. These are what would be considered a speed shoe. So for speed training, a lot of people do the HIIT training, high intensity interval training, where you run full out for like a minute, and then you walk for a couple minutes, and then run full out for a minute. This is something that can be done for that, a great shoe for that. Again, a good summer shoe, very thin, would be good for speed training. I don't see that they would have, I don't anticipate they would have a long life as a running shoe. Probably you would be lucky to get 200 miles in them, would be my guess. I can already anticipate that this thin material across the toes is probably going to see some wear over time as I wear them. So all in all, not a bad shoe. If I could, if I could get a half a size larger at the same price I paid for these, I would definitely recommend it. So I would say, depending on what you're looking for, these could satisfy the need. If you're looking for an ultra light, fast speed trainer, minimal, this could be that shoe. Again, it is for someone that does a 4-foot strike and running. For a casual tennis shoe, just for wearing around, these will look great with my Adidas joggers. I think they'll be all right. I probably will wear these with some jeans occasionally. I can anticipate in the winter these are going to get a little cold because they're thin. All in all, a decent shoe. I'm still a fan of the brand. There are other styles that would be good to wear casual as well that I will be looking to explore over the next year if I can find the price point that I'm looking for. But I thought I would share shoes with you because this is life in my shoes. As you know, I love shoes. So give me a thumbs up, a comment, a like, hit that bell to subscribe and be notified when I upload new videos. We'll talk to you next week, and maybe we'll do another product review. Maybe we'll do something silly. Who knows? Thanks a lot. See you next week. I pooped today.